She thinks she gonna be able to get me to drop my guards and all that type of stuff, so she can slither her little pedophile ass into my son's life so she can fuck with him. I know. Let me tell you, when I first had my son, she said, he got a big penis. This nigga just came out the pussy, and that's the first thing that she said. When I used to go with him to visit her, she always talking about, ooh, he got big feet. He got big feet. I know that thing gonna be big. Like, why the fuck are you constantly talking about my son, your grandson's private part? Why does that fucking amuse you so fucking much? So her father, who's passed over, he told me keep him away from her, right? So I didn't listen. So my grandfather kept coming in my dreams and showing me what was going to happen in the future, how she was going to try to molest him. After the third dream, I said, oh, I'm done. Cut her ass the fuck off. Trifling ass bitch. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I have the Three of Cups. Yes, I'm getting practice with dealing with her dumb shit. And at the same time, I know I have lots to celebrate. My thing is that I did a lot of celebrating last night to where, I just had devotional time with God, and I was just like, thank you, God, for everything. Thank you for the day. Thank you for, it's hot outside. Thank you for this air conditioner. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for another day. Okay. So swiftness, which is the Eight of Pentacles. Four of Swords, rest and relaxation. Right, I already got plans for that. So the Two of Cups. So this is going to represent me, the mate to my own soul. Okay. I am the mate to my own soul. Look at her. And look, we got the King of Wands here. That look like my stepdad. So she trying to use his energy to project onto my son too. So are they both at it? They're both at it once again. My stepdad, he know better, but he upset because I had to confront him many a times. Like, nigga, you sat up there, you let her abuse your child. I'm not gonna let her abuse mine. I'm sorry if you feel some kind of way to where you're a coward. This woman makes a coward out of you to the point to where you won't protect your child. Don't get upset with me about that shit. I don't have anything to do with that. I'm not fucking playing with them. They think I'm playing. I'm not playing. And who is this young person? It looks like there's some type of a teenager here too. So my son and a teenager. Who is that? Is that Justin? That's somebody else. Somebody in his family. I guess they trying to plot some shit. Right. Not gonna happen. So, and the thing is that church, that coven, who, they already know. They already know. And they starting to see how sick she is because she lied about her plans. She lied about her plans. So she must have went to another practitioner to cloak her from those people. So they won't be able to pick up on her intentions. I told you, that bitch, she clever as a motherfucker. She clever as a motherfucker. So I tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been seeing this shit in this woman for years. And it's on a whole other totally different level now because she fucking with that witchcraft. And she playing with that voodoo and all that type of stuff. But, like, this is all practice for me. She's never going to be successful with trying to come for me. Those people, nobody is. So, and the thing is that anybody can be used against me, and I have already seen that. So there's a lot that I have accepted about this calling because it's not easy and it's definitely not for faint of hearts. Like I have to, it just is what it is. But I'm gonna protect the fuck out of my son. So whatever she thought she was gonna do, I know she trying to molest him because she a fucking pedophile. I guarantee she went through some shit with another child too. Somebody said a child said something about her to somebody and they didn't want to believe it. She abused them, touched them in some kind of way. She's sick. I know she's sick. And, I feel like my stepdad see it too, but it's unbelievable because he's been knowing this woman all his life. Not all his life, but I think they've been together for almost probably going on like 30 years. But like I tell people, when you start fucking with that shit, you're not the same person anymore. Like that's not the woman that you knew. You've been playing around in that shit too. So you're not the same person that your family knew, but your family been fucking around with that shit too. So nobody is who they once were. So, it's like everybody killed off their spirit and their soul. And now other things are being hosted within them. To them, so let's say if I was to confront them, all of this would sound crazy to them, right? But at the same time, it's like they're conscious, but they're not conscious. Okay? Because they know what they're trying to hide. You see what I'm saying? Them spirits, they can pick up on certain words, certain vibrations. They're entertaining the brain. It's like having a parasite on your brain. And the parasite doesn't want you to know that it's on your brain. So when I come around, when I start speaking the truth, it starts stabbing at the parasite. It starts killing it. You know what I'm saying? So the parasite keeps the person, it keeps their brain, it keeps them in defensive mode. This is how a lot of people become super narcissistic too. I'm trying to tell you. So as of right now, my sisters are connecting with me, okay? They have a contract with my mom, but she on some bullshit. So we're in a contract together, okay? So when it comes to soulmates and we're dealing with family, it goes back and forth. You know what I'm saying? It goes back and forth. She's in a contract with my mother, so me and my mother are opposing, right? So it's kind of like my sisters are back and forth between my mom and then me. Eventually it's going to get to a point to where, I'm going to disappear. I'm going to move on and live my life, and I'm going to get far away. And I mean, I'm still going to talk to my sisters and all that type of stuff, but it's getting to a point to where people are now starting to become liabilities in my life instead of something stable. I don't want to be fighting all my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to do this shit. And the ancestors, my ancestors, they have stepped in now. So when I separate from my family, and just disappear, they're going to be okay. They still going to hear from me, but I'm going to be gone. Because I need to get out of the city, and I need to live more of a low-key life. And I need to live more of a healing life. Like, it is what it is for now. And until God says it's time to move, then I'm not making a move. I just got to deal with what I got to deal with. But while I'm here, I'm going to speak up. I'm going to put other people on to the shit.